sloth.
Alright.
They're hugging it out. Look at them.
Yeah,
Look at them
brother.
hugging it out.
Woo. That was exciting. What
Yes,
happened?
it was. Oh my god. Yes, it was. I forgot you had that there.
Damn, boy! What you been eating? You've been following me around
I
for
think
quite
you
a while
might
now, young
need
lady.
to adjust your seating. I think you might have to. You need to move a little closer to my right. There you go. Okay.
What's that looking like?
Lot better, right?
Lobster?
Well, yeah, to get you in focus. Okay.
Get me in focus. Get a lot of cup.
Get you in the frame, right? Okay.
Now, first of all, and foremost,
Mhm.
how the fuck you been doing?
I'm good. I'm really good. And the thing is, all week. Let me turn this thing off. Did I turn it off? Okay. All week, I did good. And I want to say I wrote so much on Wednesday, and I exhausted myself so bad. I mean, can I explain to you?
it's hard. That's good work.
When I write, and also what I write is so intense, because I'm writing a novel. But this shit is so intense to me. I feel like I'm on speed all week. And then by the time I hit Friday, I felt rough.
Well,
I really did. It was...
Am I bleeding?
What?
I just hit my...
Oh, no.
These fucked up air vents.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
As William S. Burroughs would say, writing is very dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
And it's very true, though.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous game. Because if you're really committed to writing, it gets weird.
It does.
Because it sends you in a loop.
Right.
Like, it is a drug in itself.
Yeah.
You're really getting in there.
Yeah, it is.
Because, it's in your head.
Right.
But I'm on this new thing myself.
Right.
Because, I work this fucking job that's just hard, like, it's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But, that fucking work pays for the writing and
all of this.
Everything we do, so it's worth it. But by Friday, your brain is jelly, so like by Saturday, I spend all Saturday just sore and just brain dead watching stupid shit.
Right.
Like I said, when I take that nap, we wake up on Saturday afternoon, though.
Right.
It feels so good to be back to myself, and I got this fresh mind. But I have to do a week's worth of writing within an hour or two.
Yeah, that's rough.
So I just pound out pages, but that's just a style of writing I've came up with.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you got to cram so much in. But I remember I was doing what you was doing, and I remember it was some of the best times of my life.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I was writing up to 4 hours.
Now I feel like I got to catch up. So when I am off, I'm constantly working and working.
I only stopped to talk on
to
talk on your lunch break. I talked to you on your lunch break, and then again at 1 o'clock when I talked to Marco.
Sometimes you can tell him. Sometimes I tell you I'm not going to talk to you because I'm going to read a book today on my lunch break, just because I need some kind of stimulus.
Right.
And not the kind of stimulus Biden's going to be giving. I need some mental stimulus, like education, like words, because I feel like sometimes I'm using such and such word too much, so I need to go back.
Right.
I need to read another Arthur.
Yeah.
And that comes down to, I shouldn't be doing this, but I am. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the prelogue. Advancement to the comment. What can you win in South Carolina for the COVID-19 shot? Kroger is raffling off $5 million pay to play, they say. Because you can win a trip to the Bermuda.
It's Bermuda.
Gift cards, VIP, and Super Bowl tickets.
It's the Bermuda.
Yeah, this is Kroger, man.
Bermuda.
But you have to be vaccinated.
Oh, God.
If you're vaccinated, you can get a drawing for this. If you shop there, you gotta be vaccinated. This is what you could win if you got the vaccination.
I think they can go fuck themselves.
Target $5 coupon, modest.
Mhm.
That's not bad,
Right.
I can get that. You get a $5 coupon. That's cool. That's just off the cuff.
Right.
Shot and chaser. Okay, South Carolina is giving away
What?
free booze if you get the vaccine.
Oh my gosh. Why do they have to do all that? That is so desperate.
And
You
I was
know?
just, I stopped there.
Right.
This is, I was, this
I mean,
is when I was
look,
tired and I was just trying to get something going. But I was like, when I was going down the list, I was like, I stopped there. I was like, what? You know that damages your immune system, right?
Right.
What about
Um,
vitamin C and zinc?
Oh, I know. And see, that's the thing, and they don't even want you talking about that, but it's weird.
No,
I mean, right,
as rogue as I live, I take my vitamins every
Right.
morning.
it's called
And I switch them up.
it's called building your immune system. Have you ever heard of that,
man,
people? My goodness.
Johnson and
Very
Johnson. That's
silly.
what I say because it takes 2 hands to hold my penis.
2 hands to hold you. I am so sorry, but that little cat is so sweet. I call
Where's she
her,
at?
she's a mama. She's a mama.
Look,
She
there
puts
she
up.
is.
She puts up with David.
Get 'em.
She puts
Yeah,
up
man. I yell at her sometimes when she gets too
with
close.
kittens, and she puts up. You're the biggest kitten.
Now,
Yeah, she's so
there are
sweet.
way too many goddamn useless, let me pick my words wisely
Mhm.
and carefully, stupid, no good pieces of trash.
Oh
Not to
my.
be negative, but I want to meet your parents very badly.
What are you gonna do when you meet them?
I just want to
What are you gonna do?
look at them.
Slap them.
No, I just want to
Just
look at
slap
them. And I'm going
him.
to do a study on them because I'm pretty sure the generation we got now is the same generation I talked about when I was young, as the people that had so many mom and daddies and they lay on their backs and they fucked for government welfare and left their children alone with no use in the world. Now they're retarded and useless. I'm pretty sure this is what I was talking about was going to happen.
Mhm.
And half of them they scrape off into a war and throw a helmet and a gun on them and they
Yep.
don't know fucking up and from down. But that's what happens when you give people money and no direction.
Right.
And their parents are drug addicts, and I guarantee you,
Right.
they're dumb, drug addict, fucking broken homes.
Yeah.
Because that's the only explanation. I knew it, but it's just me getting older. Those kids I used to watch running around and their parents not getting a fuck with age they got. If you got 8 kids and you don't got a farm, you a piece of shit.
Yeah, you don't need that many.
And
kids.
you're not watching
No.
them, so guess what? They've grown up and now they're gonna. They said they're gonna kill us all.
I mean, I thought, if this situation was ideal, I would have
But
one.
no, they just had no guidance
Just-
whatsoever.
Maybe one child in my life. I'm not greedy, just one. But that's it.
No,
That's
but
if I
it
ever
would
had
be,
kids.
It would be all I
Right.
would put my focus on.
Yes.
Because you got to.
You.
Because I mean that's the future. But it's
Right.
not. You know what the first handouts was? Now they just give you money just for
Right.
being alive.
Right.
The first handouts was if you didn't have a job and had children.
Right.
But the more children you got, the more money they got. And I watched these, and I remember I talked about these people.
Mhm.
And I learned that working with the public. I see them.
Oh yeah.
And they live off
Yeah.
the government food stamps, but they sell drugs and do other jobs to get money on the side. But that's why I said they should be drug tested before they get every check.
Mhm.
If that's the way it's going to be. But
Oh yeah.
But I saw them and I saw those kids and they badass kids. What was I watching this morning? Baby Kids?
Yeah.
I watched it because that used to be my favorite
Right.
cartoon. You can tell, and I can't do Baby Kids.
And then we were
But
babysitters.
then they grow up, but without a father figure or a strong person.
Yeah.
That's why I like the stories because
Right.
they finally got a father figure in their life.
Right.
Because he took in Baby's kids even though he hated them at the end. These are Baby's kids,
Right,
But
right.
it's a nice movie, but that's
Right.
how it was, and I watched it. And now we're down the road, and this is your fucking neighbor.
Mhm.
And they don't know shit. They don't know how to read. They don't know how to count. They're fucking crazy.
Mhm.
And they will shoot you.
Mhm.
Because they never had parental guidance.
No. No.
But, you know, they ain't coming over my goddamn house.
No.
Praise the Lord.
Right.
Because I am a baby kid, but I know
Right.
how to read.
Right. And the other thing is, when people have asked me, why do you read into that stuff, like things about serial killers, they don't understand the lens that I'm looking at them through.
That could be your neighbor.
Or your child. It could be your child or your brother or your sister or your mother or your father. And you don't realize, and this is the thing that I think is a grave mistake, when you dehumanize someone who is a killer.
What do you think starts it?
What do you mean? What starts that behavior?
Yeah.
The deviant behavior? I want to say right off the bat, it is a lack of initiative. Parents especially need to have more initiative in helping their children understand the world around them. Definitely. Because sometimes deviant behavior can arise when a child sees something or experiences something they don't understand.
Well, the thing is,
so they try to understand
times
it.
People forget the child in the room and they act out certain ways.
I know.
And you forget. That's why I watch my mouth in front. Like
Yeah.
Because I remember.
Right.
The shit I would say, but they would forget you was there in the crib. I fucking like see. You see conversations.
Oh,
yeah. But you're taking it all in.
I know.
And then we get violent.
Yeah, and then
this is how we do it.
That idea that parents get or adults get that the kid doesn't understand what's going on.
To forget that there's a child in the room.
They do know. They do know, and they do feel what's going on. You can't assume they don't know, right? Like when your niece was here today, I was careful about the songs I chose because
I said shit one time.
I didn't want to have any profanity in the songs.
I said shit one time.
Right.
I remember that. You didn't notice I was on good behavior.
Right.
I was also crying because I thought just
cute.
saw a little me.
You did.
I knew exactly what she was saying. She was plotting.
Yeah, you have a lot in common. You too.
Like when I was talking to her, she just. Dude,
right?
Fucking bold as a rock. Loved it.
That's so funny.
That was precious.
She's adorable.
She didn't want to come in, and then she didn't want to leave when she got a dig with the phone diddly. She's like,
yeah.
Man, that had that Lee Moses going.
She played with her toys.
Played with toys, dancing to the music, and I was like, oh.
Finally,
No.
Finally, we have a kid who can play with the toys.
I was like,
it was
man.
Nice. It's so sweet.
Beautiful child. Definitely comes from my genes.
Yep.
She's gonna do well.
Drummer,
I swear.
And she says no to everything.
Get her a set of drums, I guarantee you.
She's gonna be fine. You know why? Because she says no to everything.
Yeah.
That's how I know.
Dude, she's a drummer.
She's fine.
She likes the beat. She came in here and she kept. Every time my mom talked to her, she'd play that thing and it would do that
she was
song.
laughing.
And I started crying because I loved the beat of that song. And I remember listening to the beat and it sounded so good. She just every time you talked, she just. Then she accidentally hit the button and it started laughing. And she looked at me. I was like, man, this is my bloodline.
Hell yeah.
South Carolina sets record for number of murders in 2020.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Scary. Really scary. But what did we just talk about?
Well, that's what happens when you let people off the leash and
you lock them down and then
people are confused.
And you give them money and they're really confused.
Well, when you give poor people that are smoking crack and meth money for no good reason and saying, we're sorry for your situation.
Right.
And it's like $1,000 and something dollars.
Right.
They think they're the queen of fucking England.
Right.
And they're still stealing there to go. They're fucked up, dude. You just energizing a mentality. I can't wait for them to stop giving out money. I think you should earn your keep.
Oh, hell yeah. that's why the little kitty cat
But I
outside is
understand when
presently
people need it. Like I said, man, I
right.
gave a kid at work who wanted to he wanted me to give him a ride so he can cash his first check, and I told him no because I needed my personal space at lunch. I like
Right.
to read, I like to listen to music,
Mhm.
and besides, you don't want to step into my world.
Mm.
But the thing is, I don't know this kid, but
Right.
he's a nice kid. But I said no. But I felt bad. But I started thinking on my lunch break, maybe he didn't have any money, and
Right.
I felt bad because I would love to, but I just don't. I'm very personal.
Right.
So I got some money out of the ATM and I talked to him and I said I just thought maybe he didn't have any money. He didn't have any money, so I pulled out a wad of cash and gave it to him. And I told him, I know what it's like, trying to get back on your feet.
Right.
Because I was there,
So
But if he disappoints me,
right.
that could be a problem.
That's the reason why the little kitty cat outside right now, I don't feed her all the time because she has to eat the mice and rats too.
Yeah,
She-
you
yeah.
see them snakes outside. They're gonna help too. But
They help
that's
too.
why I don't kill them.
But she's cute.
Them black snakes there. There's one that lives around here that is fucking humongous.
Oh yeah.
Like a goddamn anaconda.
And there was a.
But man, shit.
Remember that big copperhead I told you about?
That was a water moccasin.
Yeah. Oh, that thing was huge. It was huge. But it didn't care, though. Didn't care about me. It knew I was coming because it could hear, but it just went on.
I had a question.
Eating those rats.
Where's your notes?
I have them right here. Right here.
Something.
What? What, do you think you're hogging up all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We have,
I got a thing on Venus flytraps that's gonna fucking blow your mind.
So, okay, do you want to play the game, or what do you want to do? Because there is a game here. There is a
I don't
game.
know. I want you to pick that up. Come on. Come on, Sugar Mama.
Where does this even start?
Well, it
What's
started
happening
at
here?
birth.
Where does it start?
It was a hot night in '62. And there was a Volkswagen Beetle on the side of the road, and it was a rockin'.
It does start here, okay.
And it smelled like...
Alright, okay, let's move along. Yeah, okay, I found it. So, we'll play the game. So this is who you are. And you need to... We're going to start with who you are, and you're going to have to... We'll discuss it. Who you are. So, you have to pick a number between 1 through 4, and you are basically picking your ethnicity right now. You are.
1 through 4.
Pick a number.
2.
You're African.
Mm,
You could have been Caucasian, Asian, you could have been Latino, okay? So, African. You are 16 and writing your own songs.
Oh, shit.
Okay? So that's what you're doing right now.
So, like, what kind of song?
Yeah, rap or hip hop. Maybe some hip hop.
Give me
Yeah.
that booty, girl, I want you.
Okay. You could have been. So how do you? First of all, how do you? Okay, I think you feel good about this. You feel good about it. You had. Okay. You had other choices, so you could have been a. But I think you feel good about that. So you're 16 and you're writing your own songs.
Alright.
You're African.
Alright, that's cool.
You could have been 1, Caucasian. And if you picked Caucasian, you were 26 and confused about life right now, okay? Alright?
I've been there too.
Yep.
I was there.
Yep,
I
me
saw
too.
I saw that war. 26. Oh, that was a tough
3,
one. I
Latino.
was leaving my wife at that time.
You could have been 3, Latino. You were 35 and ready to become a chef.
I've kind of been there too.
Okay, ready to become a
But
chef.
I don't know about the chef part.
And you could have picked 4, Asian. You were 23 and would like to pursue physics, but your parents pressure you about becoming a doctor. Your father is a doctor, and your mother is a school teacher.
Sounds like pure hell. I don't know.
Now, here's the thing about Asian families, and I know this well.
But when they go rogue, they go rogue.
Parents do tend to compartmentalize their children.
Lawyers and doctors.
You have to normally, especially in an Asian family, you would typically pick a career along the lines of what your parent had. So your father or your mother. So if your father's a doctor, you're likely going to be a doctor, or whatever.
But you know, it has to be respected.
Right.
Because it's not that bad, though. They just want you to do well.
That's right.
But you know, I mean,
Yes.
I know it's stressful if they want to do something else, but you got to respect that.
Right.
Because they really, really train them to do well in life.
Yes.
But if they want to do something off their path, I know it's hard, but you still got to respect that.
You do. So, you know, as a result, the parents will compartmentalize their kids. You know, if you, say, if you're a chef, right? You want your son to be a chef. He has to be a chef, or someone has to be a chef.
But them Japanese chefs, that's the way
it's
of life. That's like
respect.
the closest thing to a fucking samurai. They take
It
that
is.
shit very
It
seriously.
really is. It is. Now, your mode of transportation, honey. Honey, what are you doing? You're gonna pick a mode of transportation, so you have to pick a number between 1 through 4. What is it?
4.
A scooter? Yeah, a scooter! Okay.
It won't be the first time I drove one.
This is what it says about the scooter. This is probably even more dangerous than the bike. You almost got hit 3 times in 1 month. Now you're starting to feel ridiculous. Okay. Do you want to know the other modes of transportation other than the scooter?
Was there a horse?
No. That would have been a good pick, but there's a bicycle. It says it's a fun mode of transportation, but still dangerous, especially in the city. Then you got the truck. It's old, but trusty.
El Camino.
You may be paying more for gas, but you keep it mostly for sentimental reasons, okay?
That's cool.
And then you got a bus.
A busty bus.
So, that was 1. The creepy strangers you encounter on a daily basis are probably not worth it, but it's the most convenient transportation for you at this time. So, but you pick the scooter. So there you go. You are 16, you're writing songs, you're African, you're riding a scooter. You are on a scooter.
That's pretty cool, man. It reminds me of when I was 16.
And let's see. Have you ever ridden a scooter?
No.
Okay.
It reminds me of when I was about 16. I had a Vespa.
Okay.
And I'd ride it to get hot dogs, and it was a long ride. But I used to ride a bicycle from Lounsville to Abbeville.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I misbehaved, they took my car keys, and I said, fuck it, and I'd get on my bicycle. But that's a 30-minute drive.
Right.
But, you know, I'd put on Bob Dylan on my headphones, and I would ride, but, you know, it's South Carolina.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'd ride
Lots
all
of
the way
hills,
to town.
right.
No,
Yeah.
I'd drive a bicycle, and it would take all day, but guess what? By the time I got there in the afternoon, it's nighttime, it's time to party.
That turns your legs into jelly, too. You're going up all those
there's
hills.
one thing, I got the strongest legs you'll ever fucking make. I'll put somebody through a fucking wall with these legs. Me and these legs go way back.
You have to pick a favorite clothing item. So pick a number between 1 through 4.
2.
A purple jacket. You spend a lot of time debating your future actions, and you tend to be indecisive. That's what it says about this.
I would agree with
Okay, and then you know what else you could have picked? You could have picked 1, and orange pants. You could have picked orange pants. It said, You have a certain flair for life, and few people understand your enthusiasm and optimism. So you could have picked 1. 3. You could have picked a pink shirt. You habitually care for your silly neighbors. Not many people take you seriously. Okay. And you also could have picked 4. That was kind of vague. A black hat.
What?
Yeah, you could have picked a black hat. It says, I know, okay, but you picked the purple jacket. I like the purple jacket. Okay. At times, what it says about the black hat, at times, you have screwed certain people over, but they were asking for it. You keep very few friends, as you're not trusting of others. So that's if you pick the black hat. But you pick the purple jacket. You spend a lot of time debating your future actions, and you're indecisive. You tend to be indecisive. Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
That's very good. Is there more?
Yes, there is. Now you have to pick food.
Food.
Yeah, pick a number between 1 through 4 to get a food.
3.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I said 3.
Okay, mac and cheese. I love it. That's my favorite. You picked my favorite. It says.
It don't get no better than that.
Hell no. It says you have.
That gold dust.
It says you have become a real daredevil, and not even your diet will change that. That's what it has to say. So means you're a daredevil.
All
And
power to the people.
And if you picked 1, it says sushi. You're eating.
Man, I've been wanting to try it. I want to try it, but I swear to God, I think I would gag and throw up. I can't imagine.
It
I
says
just can't.
you're eating too much sushi and can't afford this shit every week. You are too excessive. That's what it says.
I get offered sushi
Okay.
once a week,
Yeah.
every week, and I have the desire to want to try it.
Mhm.
Because on Wednesday, we kind of do this thing at work. I don't know, it's kind of like we just try to have some kind of special day.
Right.
But they have sushi. But I always want to, but
Right.
something in my body says don't fucking eat that shit. Because we live too far from the ocean for me to be eating sushi in South Carolina.
Right.
I swear to God. I swear. If I put that shit in my mouth, I'm sure I'm gonna shit and puke all over you motherfuckers. I for some reason I can't eat sushi, but I want to try it. But I just can't. I can't will myself to do it. But I love seafood.
Most of it contains raw fish, so you have to be careful.
Imitation crab meat.
Right.
And I'm just.
Right.
I don't know, man. But it looks good. I just can't eat sushi. But I want to try it. I just want it to be the real deal.
I know. In the city.
I just want it to be closer to the ocean.
Of course, naturally, so it's fresh.
I want the real deal, but I'm weird about sushi, but I want to try it. I
gotta say, in Michigan, in the city, you had more options, and you had more sushi options, and you could get vegetables
that's
where they
Ann
put.
Arbor, right?
Right. Yeah, we went to Ann Arbor. But you could get veggie sushi where they don't put fish in it in the middle, but they put veggies yes, like cucumber,
I would do
carrots, things like that, and that was good. I only went with that.
I'm just weird about raw fish and things.
See, I don't eat raw fish.
But veggie sushi, man.
It was good.
I like that.
So good. I loved it. Yeah.
I want to try it because I know you can eat salmon raw.
Right.
But it's summer. We're nowhere near any healthy body of water. I don't know what's in that shit.
You want to know what other foods you could have picked?
What?
You could have picked. Okay. 1 was sushi. 2 was steak and potatoes.
I'm sorry. I'm gassy as fuck.
Okay, steak and potatoes.
Steak and potatoes.
You've made
That's pretty good.
Big changes in your life, including your diet. You are not used to it, but you live well these days. So, that's good. All is well.
That's right.
All is well. And 4.
Who's got the cruise?
You could have picked cheeseburgers. 4 was
yeah.
cheeseburgers. You
Oh,
were
yeah.
close. You were one
Man,
down
my
was
buddy
cheeseburger.
of mine, dude, he's
yeah.
got me beat on the
So-
cheeseburger game.
It says, at times you wonder if you've become a total glutton, but at least you love to share with those around you. So, it's not bad. That's not bad. You know people who are stingy and they hog all the food for themselves?
You know, it takes a lifetime to know yourself.
Right.
You know, but as long as you learn it, you're
Right.
doing all right.
Now, can I mention something real quick?
Yeah.
One person who was stingy was my grandpa Bickley. Whenever the kids would come over, he told his wife to hide all the sweets and all the cookies. He said, hide them, put them in the cupboard. Because he didn't want the kids to get to them.
Oh, man.
God.
Yeah.
And,
That's awful.
Your chosen path. This is the last final thing.
Alright. The chosen path. I'm going to sing deep on this one.
So, pick a number between 1 through 4. Pick a number.
1.
Independent. Okay. This is probably the best choice for you as you frequently conflict with others, especially family. Wow. Now, you could have picked 2, an entrepreneur, and it says you would rather work with a friend you trust. It's not easy going it alone. Okay. You could have picked 3, team effort. You like to bring everyone together to work toward a common goal. But you didn't pick that either. Or 4, an inventor. Could have been an inventor. You don't tend to follow conventions, and you don't settle for nothing but the most eccentric ideas. So you could have been an
What
inventor.
an asshole I would have been.
But
Anyway.
you picked the most wise path for you.
Now, for more news.
How do you know I'm done?
News break. Oh.
How do you know I'm done?
It was just a news break.
Okay.
Oh, no. You want to go ahead and finish?
So in summation, this is who you are. Let me tell you, based on what you picked, this is who you are. Let's see. Get this in order. You are 16. Because we gotta think, if this was in an alternate reality, you're 16 right now, you're writing your own songs, you're African. You ride a scooter everywhere. You ride a scooter. You're wearing a purple jacket, you're riding a scooter. You're writing your songs. You're African. And you're eating mac and cheese. You're eating mac and cheese while you write the songs, while you ride the scooter with the purple jacket. And you're independent. You're going it alone. So does that sound accurate? Does that sound like you? Okay.
It actually
Okay.
does. Yeah, that sounds like
Okay.
something I'd be doing. Actually,
There you
yes.
go.
Yes.
There you go. I
You
love
know
it.
me well. Would you agree? That sounds like something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, we would not be surprised, needless to say.
I love it. And the cat is smiling out there right now.
Venus flytraps are going to be faced with extinction in South Carolina. I knew I should have bought that box of them at work
So cute.
on the clearance aisle. Couldn't afford the hamburger that I would need to feed them.
So, is that really true that the Venus flytrap is...
that's news.
What's
but
happening?
You know where I work at?
Right.
We get boxes of them.
Oh, okay.
It's Venus, but they all die.
Oh,
And they put them
my.
on a clearance aisle. But you know,
Wow.
now if they're going extinct,
What do you think is
but you
causing
know,
it?
we sell them and I see them rot because they just sit there in the sun. And
Wow.
But
Yeah.
I've been wanting to buy them. That's why I look at them. But
Yeah.
I saw them in the clearance aisle and it was just in the tool section. There was a whole box
Wow.
of them. They were just dried up
I
dirt.
wonder what's killing them, though. I don't know. Wow. You know those things, they will eat live food. They will.
I
Like
don't
they
know.
said flies
It
and-
could
yeah.
be poison in there.
Oh, yeah. Like, Maybe
So
like some
if they're
kinda-
dying, that
right.
means whatever they eat or
Oh God,
poisoned
yeah,
or-
it has to be. It's got to be tainted, probably.
yeah, it's tainted.
Like maybe the bugs that they
And
consume.
it's
Oh.
temperature,
Pesticides.
yeah.
Do you know
it's all kind of shit.
pesticides? The bugs pick them up.
You know what?
Yeah.
You making me depressed right
Honey,
now.
you mentioned it. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't mean for. Hey, look.
You
I got no
mentioned
pages.
it.
All right, baby. I got a backup plan. You know me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Look at this. Workers are rage quitting their jobs as the tightening labor market forces. Man, what the fuck is that? See,
Oh my.
no, GM
Okay.
players to take note of unfavorable conditions and low pay.
Mhm.
Fucking shit. What was I doing last night?
Well, but I can say you were
No. No, everybody's asking. I know what this is. Everybody's asking for more money and lower wages, and they want more pay. But
right.
thing is, they don't work anyway.
Right.
I say don't give them anything.
Don't. No.
No, you don't. I don't think anybody should get anything unless they work for it.
Right.
But
Yep.
the work, but don't. But we're paying people to sit on their ass.
Right. Right.
But if you want money, you gotta work for it. But you gotta earn your keep.
Right.
That's the system I come from.
Right.
And even if it's little, you gotta work your way up. And you gotta understand that.
Right. Now, you reminded me.
If you don't like it, take your ass somewhere else. And if you don't like it, create your own company.
Right. But one of the things that you reminded me of is, it's a little thing, but it relates to what you're saying. When I told Marco about the blackberries that we have, he eats berries, in his meals, cream of wheat and stuff. And I said, we have a ton. It's like a paradise out there, a ton of blackberries. I saw them again this year. We have a ton of them. I said, you can have them for free, but the thing is he has to pick them. And that's fair. You can have them if you pick them yourself. Because we were out there for hours picking them, but that's fair. If you're willing to pick them, you can have them for free. But it's not like I'm going to give them all to you, right? But that goes back to what you said, that you work for them. But there you go, right?
So let me start with, I'd agree if they actually worked.
Right.
The freedom of firing someone far low and then performance is gone because we care for feelings over production. Let's start here.
Right. Can I tell you something right now? Here's the problem. This focus on feelings is making people weak.
No. I cannot help to look someone in the eye and tell them I don't want you here.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean I don't love you.
No.
But I mean, you need to get out of here.
Right.
You don't belong here.
Right.
But I love you.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I've been more positive lately, but
right.
People are in a disarray and like they don't know what direction they need to go in, and I understand that completely.
Right.
Neither do I, for
Yeah.
that matter.
Yeah.
But it's no reason to get hasty.
You know what you reminded me of? Can I tell you, Mister?
Oh, yeah,
Mister. I know it's fine, but you
baby.
did remind me of one book by Hunter S. Thompson, and it was The Rum Diaries. And there's a part in that book that is so profound to me. Well, there's many, but this is the most profound part to me. Is when he told that girl Chanel, he said, because he was pretty much at his wit's end. I mean, he was drinking steadily all day, every day. It was bad. He had a shit job, everything was going down the drain. But he saw in her potential, right? And she was from the city, and she was lively, and she was full of life and young. And he said, you better do something. Because he said, if you stay here... But I knew what he was warning her. He said, you're going to die. He didn't tell her she was going to die, but that's what he meant. He said, you better do something. And what did she do? She went back to the city. She left. Because you can't stay in Puerto Rico. You can't stay here. He said, this is a death trap, and he was right. He didn't listen, but he went there, and he worked there, and he found out it's a death trap. But that is what you reminded me of when you said you have no problem telling people you don't belong here.
No.
You have
but
to be...
It's for your own good.
Sometimes that's the kindest thing to do. Sometimes it is.
But...
Especially if you're not growing.
It's not that I'm just trying to find... more. I try to wake up every morning and have more positivity.
Right.
But some of the best things that I feel like you don't want to say something to somebody, but you know it's true.
Right.
I just try to find the best way to say it.
Right.
And just put those cards on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're all hurting.
Right.
And what we need is more just straight up talk like that. Like, let's put it out there.
Right.
We figure it out together.
Mm-hmm.
But you just gotta really be careful how you say it.
Definitely. Right. Yeah.
And that's,
right.
Because everybody's on edge.
Right. It is.
And I like it.
Right.
Because that's where the story's at.
Yeah.
I'm living at the most pivotal point in history.
Right.
So, but it's terrifying at the same time. You got anything? Or you want me to go right to another section?
Yeah. This stuff gets a little weird, but okay. Yeah,
I'm gonna say it and take a nap.
Where is it at?
Tell
I know
me
exactly what I wanted to say. So, I wrote down my thoughts the other day about this. It says, I wonder what moments of loneliness were like for some of my favorite authors, and I wonder what they were thinking about and how they might have dealt with it. I mean, did they take a trip, get drunk, jerk off, find a prostitute, maybe all four? Like, that's the thing. Like, I always wonder what is in another person's mind. What are they seeing and thinking when they're lonely? Because I know I've had some painfully lonely moments in my life.
This is something I can speak out of because, this is almost every day of my life.
Right.
I always, and I would guarantee you, for my whole life, I've had at least an hour or so in my everyday life where I almost go into a corner and lock myself into a bathroom and cry.
Yeah.
And just sit and think, because, I don't know if I would call it pain.
Right.
But it's just, I just think of life, it's so abundant, and it's just, I sometimes just weep.
The way things affect you, I think, are profound, yeah. They dig deep. They dig under your skin.
But then, I throw a little water in my face, but I feel, so much better.
Right.
I mean, I feel better, it's no problem. It's just sometimes I have to sit and sometimes I just cry for no reason.
Yeah, I did tell someone not long ago, and I never thought I'd say this, but it just flew out of my mouth. And it's so true. I said, I hurt all the time anyway, but I said that when I hurt, I tend to stick the knife in deeper.
The thing is, I don't want it to get to me.
Right.
Because I think it's a joyous moment.
The reason...
But I just have to pay attention because I feel like maybe I'm shedding my skin and I'm becoming a better person.
The reason I think... Right, and I think the reason I stick the knife in deeper when I am in pain is I want to remember this. I want to understand this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say with that. And what you said about, you transform, too. We tend to transform throughout our lives, or at least we should, right? But then some people...
Transform!
Right, but...
For my baby!
Right. But you know that one person who's been, an asshole their whole life? And they're not really learning?
With my baby, I'm transformed.
Right. But there's pain that comes with that.
you.
Right. Hey. Would you agree? There's pain that, honey, okay. There's pain that, okay.
Hot.
There's pain that comes with transformation, too, right? As you transform, that can be kind of painful, too. Because what comes with that? Sometimes, death comes with that, or a change of career, or whatever, right? Changes.
Where are all the rewards for the people who did it because of the value of the work itself? Go back to the tit. Doom generation.
Go back to the tit.
Enough of the news. I'm sick of it. What was the highlight of your week if you were so lucky to have one?
Right.
That's a question.
If I was so lucky to have a week, so you're talking, but you know what my mind immediately went to? That I'm dead. Because if I didn't have a week, I would be dead. So you're talking to me.
Right,
Do you see the way? No, but the way you phrased that. Go back to how you phrased that. Read that over about the week.
Enough of the news. I'm sick of it.
Okay.
What was the highlight of your week if you were so lucky to have one?
If you were so lucky to have one, that means if I was not lucky to have a week, I'd be dead. Because we live every week, every day to day.
Or maybe you just had a bad week.
Okay. I see.
So negative.
I'm not negative. I'm trying to understand. And I don't think that's negative. But yes, the highlight of my week. Oh my god, I think there might have been a couple. There might have been a couple. I don't know. I get really devious and mischievous, but there might have been a couple. I mean, my biggest highlight really was reaching my goal, though. I wrote exactly because here's the thing. I write, drafts. You have to write drafts, and when you're writing a novel, I'm going to have to write another draft even after this one, to perfect it. So, but I took the draft, and I call it translating it. I translated it into my notebook. I finally got it down there, with the hard copy that anyone can happen upon and just read, right? I finally translated it. My penmanship is deplorable. If you read those drafts, it is like an epileptic wrote it. You can't understand it. It is god awful. So that is why I do the painstaking. This is the painstaking effort because I don't type any of this. I write it by hand. That's how hardcore I am with this. I force myself to write it by hand. And I did it so neatly, and I'm so fucking proud of it. It looks beautiful. It really, and some days, let me tell you, some days, my hand's shaking. Because I've had the coffee and I haven't eaten. And I'm like, I feel like I'm on speed, and it's awful. It's shaky.
I watch you work on it.
Oh my god.
I watch you working on it all the time.
I do it by hand.
That's impressive.
And people are like, why do you do it by hand? Why don't you just type it? That's not what kind of person I am.
No.
I'm hardcore.
That's
there are few people who write by hand anymore. But that shit, let me tell you, by the end of it, your hand is cramping up and your eyes they're like giving out on you. It's bad. Your head feels like it's swollen. It's bad. And that's why by Friday, I wanted to die. But let me tell you, Wednesday, hump day, I was on top of the world. I felt like a god. I did. That was my highlight. I love it.
You made me forget where I was.
I love it. Aww.
Oh yeah. Oh, this was. This is the song I think I sung, but it was so long ago. But I'm gonna go ahead and just read it anyway. anyway. 'Cause
Okay.
It's supposed to be points of propaganda. And I
Right,
thought we was
right.
cutting them short because we wasn't doing none of that. But then we
Right.
added the musical shit.
Musical
But I'm
shit.
just gonna go ahead and read what I think I might have been reading or not reading. I don't know anymore.
Okay.
When you're not around, things seem so cold. When you're around, all I do is the wrong thing. Sometimes in the morning, in the dusty mirror, I feel the devil. Sometimes in the moonlight, I hear the angels pilling at their song to get me back. When you're not around, it just seems so cold inside. No, I just can't go back. No, I just can't go back. Still, I wonder what I would be if I wasted along. Never could the vision be clear.
I like that.
Well, goddamn.
It's really hot. No,
I guess
like
this is
that
where the
poem.
piano session comes in, huh?
Right. Yeah.
You ready?
Right. Yeah.
You ready?
David Graham. Tune in next week.
Bitches.
Bitches.